Hi there, Montessori leaders and administrators. I'm Camilla Campuzano, the Community Manager and Manager of School Growth here at Nido Marketing. Welcome to our YouTube channel and welcome to this week's Montessori marketing video, where I want to focus on top of the funnel lead generators. Now, what are top of the funnel lead generators? They are essentially a lead generator for those families who are not quite ready to schedule a tour. So something very simple. They're interested in your school, but they're not ready to take that leap of faith quite yet in scheduling a tour and doing a face-to-face interaction with you and your staff. This is a great option if you want to collect important contact information from parents who are vaguely interested or looking around schools at your area as a way to collect leads to later market to and nurture into enrollment. So let's talk a little bit more about the details of what a top of the funnel lead generator is, what it looks like, and give you some examples as well. So first of all, let's talk about your overall top website lead generators on your Montessori school website. So your first one is probably going to be tour scheduling. This is also most likely your main call to action on your website, meaning it's front and center on the homepage, and it's the big step that parents would take in order to advance in the enrollment process. Now, this is quite a big commitment for parents, especially if they're very early on in the decision-making process. And same goes with tuition request forms. This shows that they have a very high level of interest and they're considering your school and they want to know prices, they want to know more information. A couple of lighter lead generators, or what we also call top of the funnel lead generators, might look like white papers, quizzes, and email courses, and we'll break down some more examples of this later on. I want to take a look at the overall admissions funnel process, and this is really kind of the journey that parents will take up until they reach enrollment, which of course is where you want to get people through the funnel. Now, it starts off big and it ends up small because you end up with a much smaller number than you start off with, and those are the parents that are really going to be living your mission. You've nurtured them through the funnel, and you are able to get them into enrollment. Now, when it comes to top of the funnel lead generator, we're focused on a couple of areas here. So the first one is the consideration. So this is where they are all about soft decisions. They're not maybe ready to schedule a tour quite yet. So you want to make sure that you can provide some resources. You might get some ghost engagements or visiting your website but not doing anything. And this is where lead magnets really play a huge role, because you can get their contact information and nurture them into intent, evaluation, and enrollment. So once you have that contact with them, they will really show intent. So this is when they filled out a lead generator. You now have their contact information. Now they're looking for social proof. They're looking for process-specific content, and they need clear calls to action so they can take the next step. So let's say that they requested a white paper, or they took a quiz about is Montessori right for their child. Now they're feeling a little bit more prepared to schedule a tour. And so this is what you would see the movement down the funnel. And then evaluation. This is where they're taking tours, observations. This is where you're nurturing. And this is really an important element of the admissions process, because the next step would be enrollment. So those top of the funnel lead generators are really going to take you from consideration to evaluation quite quickly if you're nurturing people properly, if you're offering valuable resources, and if you're utilizing the right strategies when it comes to your top of the funnel lead generators. So that's why it's important to have them on your Montessori website if you really want people to make their way down the funnel in a more effective way. Why are top of the funnel lead generators important for Montessori schools? Well, number one, they build awareness. They help you create content about Montessori, share information. It also educates prospective families. When you're providing resources, you're helping them make a more informed decision. You're also just educating them on the unique benefits of Montessori. It also helps to establish trust and credibility for your school. So when you have these top of the funnel lead generators, you are providing resources that are helpful to parents, and that is really establishing your school as a thought leader. It's an important position to be in. And if you think about it from parents' perspective, are they going to trust a school that is offering resources and white papers and things like that versus one that isn't? So it's always important to have these things on your website. They're also essential for helping you capture contact information. We always tell Montessori schools that it's super important to actually have ways on your school website to capture a prospective family's email address because that allows you to nurture them, follow up with them, and encourage them to schedule a tour or just come in and meet you. And this is really important. This is going to help you nurture relationships with families. And this is important with the school selection process because it is an overwhelming process for parents. So if you can really capitalize on building those relationships from early on, it will benefit your school. It will also help parents understand it will help you understand parent needs. So you can see how they are acting throughout your website. What are they requesting? What lead generators are they interacting with? And it gives you some insights as to what questions you might be answering later on in the tour. For instance, if they're downloading a quiz or if they're taking a quiz of Montessori versus traditional, you could be prepared to answer some questions on that, or you can provide more blogs on that in the future. So it really gives you those important insights. It also helps drive traffic to your website. When you have these free resources and things like that, they do populate on Google sometimes, and it will help lead people onto your website and download those resources. So it can be helpful. And overall, we do believe that having top of the funnel lead generators are going to help you increase enrollment. It just improves engagement on your website. It allows you to capture those contact details and follow up with parents and nurture them into enrollment. And when the process is done in that way, it really is beneficial for schools and it does help them increase those enrollment numbers. So a couple of examples of top of the funnel lead generators would be the ebooks and guides. This is a great resource that you can offer. If you develop one or two good ebooks, it's great to include these. A couple of examples are things like understanding Montessori education or how to choose the best Montessori school. These are great ebooks and guides that you can offer for free on your website in exchange for an email address. Another one is webinars and workshops. You can host online events that discuss Montessori philosophy, or you can just film it once and record it and have that as an attachment and use that as a lead generator. It's really great and it just allows parents to learn directly from you. Blog posts and articles are also great. You can regularly publish informative content and you can always say, download, our 10 essential blogs. We'll send them to you if you fill out, this form and give us your email address. So that could be another example. Something else that is very helpful to parents, especially in that early on decision-making process, is things like checklists and tip sheets. Providing practical tools for parents such as Montessori school readiness checklists or 10 questions to ask during a school tour can be really helpful. It also helps you be prepared for those questions, so it's great to have those resources on there for you as well. Videos and virtual tours is another great thing you can offer as a top of the funnel lead generator. You can create engaging video content that really showcase your school, or you can just offer a virtual tour online. This is, of course, a lot less intimidating for a parent early on in the process to request rather than a real in-person tour, which is a little bit more serious. And finally is something like an email course. You can offer a 5-day email course or something like that that teaches families about the benefits of Montessori education. I'll show you some examples on our Nido site, which is our sample school website, of what these top of the funnel lead generators look like in action. All right, so here we are on Nido site, which is our sample school website, and I'll show you how we have incorporated a couple of top of the funnel lead generators. So as you see here, we have our main CTA, which is schedule a tour. Now again, this is for more serious parents. And here is a pop-up of one of our top of the funnel lead generators where it's a quiz. Is Montessori right for your child? Now you can choose to take the quiz and parents can interact here and then they can get the results via an email, or they can simply click out if they're not interested. So that's one example of a top funnel lead generator. Now, if you scroll down, we have a couple of more embedded here in our homepage. So here is the Montessori difference. Discover 5 biggest limitations with traditional education and how Montessori can unleash your child's independence, confidence, and love for learning. Sign up for our free 5-day email course. So here a parent would just put their name and email, and as soon as they click this, once a day they're going to receive an email from us educating them on Montessori. We now have their contact information so we can follow up with them later to schedule a tour if they're ready. Now, if you keep scrolling on our homepage, you're going to see another example down here which is our Montessori or conventional. What's best for your family? Read the article. So this is an example of a white paper article being used as a lead generator. So here a parent would be able to fill out this information and receive that document. And now you have their contact information. So it's a much more it requires a lot less commitment than coming in person for a in-person tour, so they can just simply learn about Montessori, learn about your school's offering without taking such a big step because they're not ready. They're not at that point in the funnel. They're towards the top. They're in that soft decision-making process, and so they can still engage with your school and access information. Those are just some examples in action of what top of the funnel lead generators look like on a Montessori school website. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you are currently using top of the funnel lead generators on your Montessori school website, we'd love to hear your experiences with them if they've been able to help you grow enrollment and generate leads. So drop your experiences in the comments below and also talk about what lead generators have been the most effective for you. It can be really helpful to other Montessori school leaders when they see what's worked for other schools. I'd also love to see what kind of Montessori marketing topics you'd like to see from us in the future. So let us know if there's anything you want to know more about in the comment section below so we can plan videos on things that you want to learn more about. Don't forget to subscribe for more Montessori Marketing Weekly content. Until next time, take care.